Greetings, everybody. This is an exciting time because we get to talk about our most interesting and most popular feature site-wide, which is Masterclass. And not just what it is, but what it's going to become. We're really expanding this program and adding tremendous value to it. So it's a look forward, and before we look forward, we'll take a little look back because right around the time of the pandemic, Andy, you came to the team with this idea. Tell us about that.
Well, it's our fifth anniversary of Masterclass, and yeah, during the pandemic, we found ourselves with this weird responsibility of wanting to make sure that magicians were entertained and educated. And also, right at the start of the Masterclass, we were a little concerned that we wouldn't actually be able to produce the books that we've been working on because everything was locked down, and we were worried we wouldn't be able to get magic to people. And so one of the events we did was our Share Magic Live event, which we had over 30,000 people visiting. I don't think we will ever repeat those kind of numbers in one of our live events. But I really wanted to continue that thing of helping magicians get access to magic. And we'd always wanted to do some kind of live lecture series, but never known how to do it. But the pandemic happened to be the perfect starting point for us because we could now beam into people's houses and people were used to learning online. So we started off with Azzy Wind and then we had Luke Jamay and we just kept going to people's houses virtually, Guy Hollingworth and David Regal, all these great magicians. And we took magic lessons from them. And we didn't think it was going to extend beyond the pandemic, but people have enjoyed it so much that we've kept it going now into our fifth year.
I mean, I think it's such a simple and useful idea. And it's a little different than other companies who have done live lectures and live broadcasts because our goal then and our goal now is still you are taking a private lesson from this person. That's what the goal is, and that's what we've achieved is that we record what it would be like to sit across the table and actually study with this person. And who wouldn't relish the opportunity to have a revolving cycle of teachers that you get two 90-minute lessons with and then a hangout session with? So that's kind of how it started, and it's been our North Star this whole time.
Yeah. And an important thing with something like this is to keep it evolving because every month we're giving you a new lecturer, but we also want to give you other things as well. So one of the ways we've evolved Masterclass is to add more features. One of my favorites is this idea of Vanishing Ink Studio. And that is a whole library of 100, 150 downloads that you can watch straight from your Vanishing Ink account. And these are products that we sell on the website, but as a Masterclass subscriber, you get to stream them for free. But this is our fifth anniversary, and we wanted to try and evolve even more. So, as a celebration for the next month, we're going to do weekly live hangouts on Zoom. And for those hangouts, we need a host, somebody who can moderate the discussion and involve everybody. And we can think of nobody better to do that than our friend, Steve Faulkner.
Yay. That's
Hiya,
very kind of
Steve.
you. How you doing?
Welcome to the team.
Lovely to be here.
So we are going to have you host these sessions once a week for the month of June. Tell us what your goals are for the sessions. What are they going to be like?
I mean, my emphasis is always about overcoming barriers. And I know that can sound very kind of woo-woo, but the amount of people, running my course for a long, long time that talk about the things that stop them performing, that stop them doing magic tricks, it's a huge thing. And I think at whatever level, I've avoided doing certain things for so many years because of fear and different types of fear. And I think a lot of us have that. So I'm not saying it's just going to be me talking about that, but using certain tricks, look, going back to basics, maybe dispelling some myths and some dogma, like there's a lot of stuff around going, you should do this, you shouldn't do that, and that doesn't work. And I think most of it it's very subjective, and it stops people doing certain things. So I'd love to hear what, without, I think it's probably not a good thing, the amount of stuff I know because of the teaching I've been doing for so many years. So I've got flexibility. If people want to work on certain moves, if there's anything stopping them doing it, they're talking about the fear of failure, which is such a huge thing for many of us, and ways that I've overcome that, because I'm the worst for it. I've learned things that are very difficult with no talent, and I mean that not in a kind of self-depreciating way. I've struggled to learn more than most people everything I do. So I found tools and ways to kind of work effectively around those things, and I think we should talk
Well,
more about it.
the reason we thought you'd be the perfect host for this is because you're such a great person for building community and bringing everybody in. And so people are going to get the chance to perform magic as well if they want, right? This is just a genuine hangout that you're moderating. So whatever topic they want to cover, we'll be able to cover.
Yeah,
Which,
sorry, and I really want to kind of reframe this idea of performing magic for magicians. It's something I've really struggled with. And I don't think there are many places we can do that without this thing in our heads going, I want it to be good. And it sounds like such a ridiculous thing, and I have it, we all have it. And, even when I'm jamming with other magicians, I'm like, I want to show a thing, but I want to do it well. And I want to just get rid of that thing of, it's all a work in progress. The lovely thing we have as magicians is this, we don't have to fool each other. And that might be part of what we want to do, but it's like, I'm working on this thing. Can you give me any pointers on it? And really get rid of this idea of it's got to be good, I've got to fool them. Just, it doesn't matter if it's terrible. And I mean that terrible as in if you flash or drop the cards or anything, that's fine. And in the communities that I've, built up, there's this real thing of, I try stuff all the time that I'm terrible at and kind of go, what do you think of this? And it's something that I find hard in front of certain people to do, so I'm still working on it myself. So if anybody wants to try anything, just get rid of this thing of, oh no, everybody's watching, it's got to do it well. You haven't. It's kind of, where are you now? And that's fine, wherever that is.
the cool thing as well is that we're going to have some special guests come in. Me and Josh will come in too. And we can also talk about the current month's Masterclass lecture as well, which is Tony Clark. So I think it's going to be a really great way to build a community and get to know everybody who is typically behind the screen for Masterclass. So I'm really looking forward to it. Thank you for joining us.
Me too, it'd be great.
Cool. Well, that's not the only thing that we're launching at,
Not at all. Yeah.
at this Masterclass. You want to talk about some other stuff, Josh?
Yeah, sure. So Dr. Todd is a personality who's been a friend to Vanishing Inc. for a long time. He's a magic blogger and vlogger, and we have convinced Dr. Todd to come on board and do a really cool feature, which is where he is going to host something called Masterclass Moments. And each month he'll be recording a special interview with a world-class magician. And they'll dive into fascinating topics. They will talk about their work. It's just another added feature. It's more content that you get when you're a subscriber. And I have actually already recorded with him my section. And it's great to talk about the masterclass that I did, but also things that have happened since then and other ways, and diving in deeper into those topics. He's a great interviewer. He loves the process. He's a longtime Masterclass community member, and he's just the right guy to do it. So that's just more content that you get for subscribing.
Yeah, and the great thing about Dr. Todd's is that they're short form, whereas Masterclass is often an hour and a half per lecture, so it's a lot of content. But Dr. Todd is going to be doing these kind of shorter 30-minute interviews on specific subjects. So I think it's going to be a really valuable addition to Masterclass. And then the final thing that we're doing is we are making the trial 30 days instead of 7 days. So if you want to stop by and see what all of this is about, if you want to join the Steve's community that we're going to be running in June, if you want to see the lecture, if you want to look at Vanishing Studio or all of the past Masterclass, you can just sign up for $1 and you can try that trial for 30 days.
Yeah.
And typically, if you are already subscribed to the trial, you can only do it once. You can't come back every month and have a new trial. But if you've been a member before, we are resetting that. So you can actually rejoin again and see what's new for this trial. That's just for the month of June, just something we're doing to show everybody just how much Masterclass is continuing to evolve. And also to celebrate for the month of June, we have added a load more content to Vanishing Studio as well. It's really packed with some of our latest downloads. So
And
that's a lot of value.
That's not any small thing. So, as you know, if you've been a subscriber before, you get kind of a Netflix of magic. You get this library of downloads that you get access to for free that you don't have to buy. But we've made no secret about the fact that it didn't maybe get the love that it deserved to be, but that changes now. You're going to get all sorts of new content. We will be keeping it fresh, and we've added a lot to it. So, I mean, I keep hearing over and over again that the value of Masterclass is paid for right just in that studio with all of those features, and you're going to see a lot more. So if you're serious about studying magic, There is no easier way to say this is the best value on our site.
Yeah, there are hundreds and hundreds of hours of content for you to watch. Now, I realize that is an overwhelming amount. It's literally weeks of content. It's impossible for one person to watch it all. But that's not the purpose of Masterclass now. It used to be just one lecture you watch and you enjoy that lecture for the month. But now Masterclass is such a big library that you can jump in and say, I want to learn some card routines, or I want to learn some close-up magic. And so now that's all in there. So you now get to jump in and dig in. And the Steve Faulkner Hangout for the next month is also the perfect opportunity to get recommendations from other Masterclass members who have their favorite Masterclasses or favorite tricks within it. So it's a big library. It's becoming one of the biggest libraries of magic of all time because we are adding to it so much. And we're really proud of Masterclass, and we really want to keep evolving. And as you'll see from this month, starting to build a community and working with everybody who is a Masterclass subscriber, of which I know many of you are. So happy birthday, Masterclass. I don't know whether you're supposed to say happy birthday to your own idea, but regardless, 5 years, we're so proud of what it's achieved, and we thank everybody for the support.
Yeah, and we will see you all there. I'm really looking forward to being part of these jam sessions. I think, like all of us, I crave that sense of community even when I'm on the road like now and can't get to a meeting with friends or something like that. So I am really excited to jump in and share and watch and learn and join you all.
It's going to be great. We'll see you all there at the new Vanishing.